Hi everyone, welcome to Unlocking Government Contracts Unison Edition. My name is Dr. Kizzy Parks. In case you're new here, I've been awarded over 70 million in government contracts. People often wonder, where can I go to get a quick win? Where's a good place to begin with selling to the federal government? Where is that? And one of those places, it is Unison. Unison is a platform where the government uses it to purchase a lot of the weird. In order to access Unison, you first must register with them. You're going to need a cage code. I have several videos going through how to get a cage code, but once you get it, you can go ahead and get into Unison. So on Unison, you're going to have to use Improv. When you get on there, they have a wide variety of opportunities that you can bid on. What I will do in the future is I'll use one of my Restream accounts to better share my screen and do those kinds of things with you all. So this is kind of an experiment. So thank you for bearing with me, because it's just like government contracting. You're not going to know everything. Nobody knows everything, but it's about taking action. And that's why I do things like this. So you can see, if I'm not scared to fail and to make mistakes, and the same applies to you. Unison is a very overlooked platform. They have this whole screen. You've won a contract. Now what? I'm going to share this here because I haven't won on Unison yet. I haven't really used Unison. And what I plan on doing is kind of taking you all on a journey of going through Unison. I've been on a couple things on Unison, but not too much. And so on their website, they mention that you'll receive buyer contact information, buyer summary, you find out about their fee, you receive weekly award digest, you receive a delivery reminder, and 60 days post-award, your invoice is due. They also have an email address, so I would suggest, and a phone number here, contacting them to learn exactly where your money goes, because chances are it's going to go into the bank account that's connected to your SAM account. But I would ask them, because Unison is a government contractor. They're receiving payment for the government's ability to use their platform to quickly purchase, as they like to call it, the weird, the unusual. As far as some things posted today, we have digestion blocks, playground equipment, world check renewal, office furniture. These are some other things. So just go with me, like old school radio where you can't see. So they also have utility van, Luminix machine, medical biohazardous waste, 2A aggregate stone. Okay. They also have set aside requirement, and they have contract vehicles, and they have categories. So as far as things set aside for small businesses or different types of business, the bureaus of prison need beef and they need tuna. You have international programs. They need HVAC services, kitchen equipment's needed, telehandler. This is Army. Telehandler with 8,000 pounds max lift capacity. That must be a machine. I thought it was like a person. Maybe I was in telemarketing way too long, but these are some things that are on there. So let's go into categories, because you may have heard some of those and said, oh man, I don't want any of that. So here are some of the categories that you can take a look at on Unison. You will need a cage code to register. We have construction, transportation, IT. If there's any categories you want me to look into, let me know, because I'm going to default to professional and consulting services, because that's my wheelhouse. I started out 15 years ago in the diversity and inclusion space. So under professional, a category is professional consulting services. Boom. Pressure washing service annex grounds. Okay. I mean, that seems very doable. It's remediation services is the NAICS code. One of my coaching students, she's in the middle of hiring a waterer for Amtrak. I had no idea what that meant either. That's what I love about this space, is there's no limit to what you can take a look at and bid on. So the number one tip when you go on Unison is you always want to look at contracting method, or BOA, basis of award. So for this pressure washing, it's lowest price. And then they go in and they provide all this detail, and then they give you 2 attachments. So let's say you wanted to bid on this. It's a Coast Guard Unit 307 in Clearwater. They're looking for pressure washing services at the annex grounds attached to their air station. For this opportunity, you have to, must carry, it doesn't say you, but your subcontractor could carry $1 million general liability coverage. You have to have a certificate. The work must be completed August 15th. And the place of performance is in Clearwater. It includes all exteriors, walls, breezeways, stairs, windows, etc. And then they provide some more details. They also let you know that the payment will be made by EFT, that they don't pay tax. So they're also letting you know that you will receive the payment net 30, net 15 may be available, but not guaranteed. So I want to highlight that because there are some out there who will say, oh, the government, they're going to pay you so fast. You don't get your money early. You're going to get this money. I mean, yeah, there's billions of dollars. I mean, look at Lockheed Martin. How long have they been in the government contracting space? SpaceX, Amazon, they're billions of dollars. But the thing is, it doesn't mean they're going to pay you like that. It just said, we may pay you in 15 days if you're a small business. That doesn't mean they are. Keep that in mind. Unison is a platform that somebody convinced the government to buy, or the government was like, listen, we like Sam.Gov, but we need something better. So Unison is a really cool platform. They call it a reverse auction, because typically they're always looking for the lowest price. So let's say I put in a pressure washing bid for $10,000. Maybe there's somebody in Clearwater that's like, listen, I just need a little money. It's only gonna cost me $3. I have no idea. I'm just throwing out numbers. I have no idea what the pricing is. All I know is that platform allows the government to save money because it acts like a reverse auction. Are all of the opportunities micro in the sense of under 250,000? No, not necessarily. So micro purchase is a term referring to the size of the purchase, the fact that the government can bypass many of the regulations because of the nature of what they're buying, the size and things of that. So for this instance, I mean, it's pressure washing, y'all. So they just need it done. For something like this, they're just looking for, like they said, the lowest cost. You have insurance, you take care of those areas, you're good. So you could call 3 to 5 companies in the Clearwater area. Maybe you do it. I don't know. Maybe that's your background and you have no problem traveling from Texas to Clearwater, Florida to pressure wash at a Coast Guard location. But that's how you would do something like that. And then as far as, well, how do you submit it? What does the proposal look like? You just give them what they ask for. It seems pretty simple for this one, that they want pricing. Let's see what else they want. The attachment is a whopping 2 pages. And you can see this on Unison. Get a cage code, register with Unison, and take a look. Because even if your wheelhouse isn't pressure washing, if this is something that you're still interested in potentially bidding on, you can bid on it. And that's just one. I've only been on here for a short amount of time, and we've found some really cool ones. And this is under professional and consulting services. They also have things such as fuel sampling kits, program specialist. There we go. That's my language right there. 56110. This is the stuff I like. Provide SOAR program specialist. So what that means, pretty much you're providing one full-time equivalent. And this is due August 3rd. I like that. I may bid on it. Maybe you bid on it. It doesn't matter. There's enough work to go around. We can all bid on it. It looks like, and the first thing you want to ask yourself is, what evaluation criteria are they using? And it looks like for this, it doesn't seem as if it's necessary lowest price. I would have to open these attachments to double check, but that is a potential. This is also a small business set aside. They've provided more attachments. So if you were to look at this one, it is a view details for buy 1146988. It is program specialist. You're going to see more attachments because we're talking about a human being. So don't get freaked out. Don't think like, there's 7 attachments. I get it. I remember when I first started and there was this call, he was kind of like a mentor. He sent me this document. He's like, Kizzy, you just read EFG is all there. I was like, what is happening? I was freaked out. I was like, no. I've seen a lot of content about micro purchases, okay? And what I do and what I put out here is to help you, number one, and number two, based on my experiences, period. That's what it's based on. I got to think about how I'm going to approach micro purchases, because at the end of the day, micro purchases, they come about from being known, liked, and trusted. Sometimes Unison platforms, Dibs. I don't like Dibs. I'm just going to put it out there. Oh my goodness. But there's no website you can go to for micro purchases. It is a term, it is clicky, it is something that people decided, oh, I'm just going to put it out there that you grow your business by getting these micro purchases with the federal government. So here's how it really works with federal government. Actually, let me give you an example of something that happened in the past. So we had this contact with Homeland Security. She wanted training. So she contacted my team and said that she has a government purchase card. And at that time, I think her budget was no more than $4,000. And she's like, are you able to provide the training I'm looking for $4,000? And at that time, I was like, heck yeah, that's a micro purchase. Did I go to a website? No. It's because of a relationship we had with her. I think she knew of us through something else. I honestly don't remember to connect all of the dots. That's how a lot of these happen, unless they're on Unison or Dibs, because when I went through Dibs, there was a purchase as small as $97. And you can go on Dibs, go on this website, and if you go under awards, just go awards by date. You'll get an idea of what I'm talking about. A capability statement or capability brief, this can be done at any stage. It's about you getting to know that agency and them getting to know you. That's what's really vital about a capability brief, capability statement. So what's key is as follows. You must be your biggest fan. You must believe and know that the government wants to buy from you. You must be willing to put yourself out there. If you're able and willing to do those three things, then by all means you can have them. Because nobody wants to buy from somebody who's insecure or doesn't believe in what they're offering, unless it's an emergency. If you're having an emergency, you need to buy something and the person seems shady, but you really need an EpiPen, you're going to buy the little EpiPen. But other than that, you have to believe in your product and service, believe in yourself, and exude it. You got to be your number one fan, y'all. Number one fan. There's a ton of contracts max for nurses, tons. Typically, it would be you providing the nurses. If you want to work in the position as a nurse, then you're just going to create a job for yourself. And if that's what you want, cool. You can subcontract to someone as a nurse. We had submitted an opportunity, I believe it was for an agency in Kentucky for a part-time nurse position. So yes, the government, one of the areas they spend the most amount of money is in the medical arena. I'm having a difficult time connecting the dots. So I have a couple of things. One is pre-order my book, winnerswaybook.com. By pre-ordering, you get a ton of free bonuses. Once this book is published, it will be published and sent to you before the end of summer. I'm not giving away any more bonuses out. And it outlines the steps that I took to win all of these federal government contracts. Number 2, join my Facebook group. Very important. It's a free group. There are contracting officers on here. There are people who work for large companies. There are people in my group who have multi-million-dollar federal government contracting companies. So please, please, please join the group. And then the next thing, I suggest you sign up for my challenge. It's a great place to start because you get me live. If you buy an executive ticket, it's live for 1 hour for 5 days. You buy VIP always better. You give me 2 hours every day and you get to ask me questions. So being able to purchase that, it's in my opinion, it's the way to go. Are you willing to learn and to quickly apply what you're learning? If your answer is yeah, then that's all you need to know. If you're willing to do that, then you're going to succeed. It's the person who doesn't want to do that. It's those who are no, oh, that's cool. That's cool. That's not how I operate. I've been there. But if you're listen, I'm willing to learn and apply, then cool. I'll make sure I drop all of those in the comments. Again, thank you for being flexible with me. Anytime you have questions, put them in the Facebook group. Come here for my lives.